Only on Local 10 tonight, a South Florida car dealer is being accused of taking $275,000 from a customer and not delivering. Alan Sue admits he made a huge mistake when he bought the Mercedes G-Wagon online, sight unseen.
And this is not the first time Local 10 news cameras have been to Dream Auto Collection in Hollywood.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Parts Talk. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, imagine working tirelessly for decades, saving every single penny, and finally reaching the point where you can afford the car of your dream. It's a moment of pride and a testament to years of hard work and dedication. But for one man, this dream turned into a nightmare. After saving up and making a significant deposit on his dream car, he was swindled out of his hard-earned cash when the dealer sold the same car to another customer and refused to return his deposit. As we dive into this story, we must ask ourselves what went wrong, and to uncover the truth, we must begin to ask some critical investigative questions. But before we dive into this news clip, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that like and share button for the algorithm. I'll really appreciate it. Let's begin this feature.
Only on Local 10 tonight, a South Florida car dealer is being accused of taking $275,000 from a customer and not delivering. Alan Sue admits he made a huge mistake when he bought the Mercedes G-Wagon online, sight unseen.
And this is not the first time Local 10 news cameras have been to Dream Auto Collection in Hollywood. Local 10 investigator Jeff Heinz here is back on the case.
I'm a fool, Jeff. It sounded so good. They made everything sound so nice.
After years of searching, Alan Sue found his dream vehicle online at Dream Auto Collection on Pembroke Road in Hollywood. It's a 2023 Mercedes-Benz G63 with an extremely rare Brabus package. Today, Alan Sue calls it the biggest mistake of his life.
Seriously, Jeff, I thought about killing myself. I'll say that right out. I was stupid. I was foolish.
Sue lives 4,770 miles away. He's in Hawaii, and when he saw these pictures online at 78 years old, he decided this was the vehicle for him.
So I called them up, and they immediately answered the phone, and I spoke to somebody named Victor, who told me he was the owner of the company.
This bill of sale stamped and signed by someone at Dream Auto Collection with an agreed price of $275,000. In this email, Victor gave a routing number and bank information. According to bank records provided by Sue, $275,000 was wired to Dream Auto back on April 12th out of two different bank accounts.
And he acknowledged that he had received both of the wires, and that he would be shipping the car to me.
But the G-Wagon Brabus never made it to a port in San Diego where it was going to be shipped to Hawaii.
One of the first questions we have to ask is, what specific terms and conditions were outlined in the contract regarding the deposit and its refundability? Now, understanding these details can shed light on any potential loopholes or clauses that the dealer might exploit. And the next thing is, what were the communication between the dealer and our man at the time of when the deposit was made? Were there any verbal or written agreements about the conditions for returning that deposit if the car never turned up? Clear communication or the lack thereof can often play a crucial role in such disputes. We must also consider the dealership's policies and practices, and does the dealership have a documented policy on handling deposits and refunds? $275,000. This man is a senior citizen, worked so hard. Some will want to consider it midlife crisis. It's not. Having worked so hard, you want to enjoy the fruits of your labor in your golden years, and that's exactly what he did. Now, was this policy consistently applied in this particular case in terms of refund? Inconsistent or unfair practices can be a red flag for any dealership. Let's continue.
At that point, I'm getting worried because now we've missed 2 shipping deadlines. I've tried to call them, I've tried to email them, I've tried to text them, and they're non-responsive.
Does this car look familiar to you?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to talk to you. Please,
Why not? $275,000?
His name is Oleg. State records show he's in management here at Dream Auto.
That's it. End of story.
That's not the end of the story. It's the beginning of the story. Because the guy's suicidal.
End of story.
The guy's suicidal.
End of story.
This happened back in April. He hasn't heard from you guys.
You may remember last year we were at this very same place.
Never got the car, and you have her $15,000.
No, impossible.
We were at Dream Auto after a Georgia couple sent them over 15 grand for a used Lexus they never got. That car, too, was sold to someone else. The couple's refund requests were ignored until we got involved.
We've been here before, too. You did this to the people in Georgia. Remember? You think you're going to get away with this?
That's it. We're done talking. We're done talking.
A half hour after this confrontation, Oleg's partner, Victor, called Sue, claimed he was on vacation in Russia, even sent him this picture. Victor apologized for a, quote, miscommunication, told Sue they had sold this G-Wagon to someone else, that he'd be back from Russia in August, and would process a refund within 30 days.
Sue has filed a complaint with the FBI, the Hollywood Police Department, the State Attorney General's office, as well as the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles. They all know what's going on here, but at this point, no one will say who actually is investigating.
Do you think that you will ever see your money back again?
I have very little. I don't think so, Jeff.
We're in Hollywood. Jeff Wines here, Local 10 News.
Jeff, thanks a lot. Sue claims that he did do research on Dream Auto before sending the money. Consumer advocates warn, though, many reviews on social media could be fake.
Yeah, because you can always buy reviews on Fiverr and any other social media companies that actually sell like subscription, deposits, and everything else under the sun. Social media promotion companies, as what they call themselves. The timeline of events is another vital piece of the puzzle here. What happened from the moment the deposit was made to when the car was sold to another customer? Now, understanding this sequence of action can reveal whether the dealer acted in good faith or if there was a deliberate attempt to deceive. Finally, we need to dive into the dealer's reasoning. What reasons did they provide for refusing to return the deposit? Was there an intention to defraud, or were there legitimate business reasons or misunderstanding at play? This is a stark reminder of how even the most cherished dreams can be shattered by deceit and dishonesty for a man who only wanted to enjoy the fruits of his lifelong labor. One can only assume the money is being used elsewhere to run operations until another deposit comes in or until the initial investment comes through. Now, this is tantamount to a pyramid scheme run by fraudulent dealerships. Now, this dealer has the FBI and all the other authorities on his radar, which is not good for business. Let's take a look at some of the comments from this video. First one says here, man, this old man has $275,000. He has enough money to fly there to look at it. That's true, boss. Personally, I'm old school. I would have wanted to see the vehicle, sit in the vehicle, done a test drive, and even have my mechanic there to tell me if there are any unseen faults which will not be seen by my naked eye. I won't even send someone 2.75 cents, much less $275,000. In this day and age, how can you get up and deposit so much of a large amount? My credit limit or my deposit limit is set at a particular amount. Well, then again, I don't have that much money, much like this elderly gentleman, but this should be a red flag, wiring so much money to one particular individual. Next one says, why is this guy still in business? He keeps scamming people, and they're referring to the story that was done last year, April 2023. And then he's still at it. $275,000 for a car unseen. Rich people problems, but the feds do need to get involved. SMH. That's shaking my head. Vacationing in Russia. No. Living there as a scammer. Next one says fraud. They were hoping we wouldn't complain. Wrong. This one says poor guy. Had he done his research, he would have discovered the Georgia couple who were scammed $15,000 last summer and avoided this mess. Now there's over 642 comments. I will leave the link in the description box below so you can get a chance to go through most of them. As usual, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Parts Manager Guide. Please smash that like button on your way out. It will only take you 1.5 seconds to do so. Until next time.